Hi everybody, welcome back to the art studio. This is Mr. C coming at you here from the art studio down in the basement. All right, here we go. We are doing 2-point perspective and we are on day 6. And today I'm going to show you some more advanced stuff that you can do with lettering. This from the other day came out real nice. I think we did this on Friday. This was a great one. Now, just so you know, you can do maybe like your first name on this side, and then when you come around this corner, you can do your last name over here or something like that. Or you could have other setups of other words. Again, just using your 2 vanishing points though, but you could set up another word up here. Okay, you could do all kinds of stuff like that. What I showed you was just the basics the other day. Now today I'm going to show you something a little different, really kind of more of an advanced level lettering. Okay, but here we go. We're going to start off as always with a joke. Which side of the duck has the most feathers? Which side of the duck has the most feathers? The outside. All right, here we go. All right, as always, we're going to start with a horizon line, but I am going to change up some stuff today on you. And I'm going to have my horizon line a little bit lower than normal, but it is still going to be a nice horizontal line across the page. There's my horizon line, okay? Now, usually we would always put our vanishing points at the ends, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit today. We're going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to put my vanishing point way up at the tippy top today. And I'm going to have one way down here at the bottom today. Again, this is advanced level stuff. This is on the 6th day. If you haven't looked at some of the earlier videos yet, you should look at those to learn the basics before you jump into stuff like this. Same thing with the 1-point perspective. Start with the basics and work your way up to your final drawing, okay? To the advanced stuff. I think for the 1-point there was 5 or 6 drawings, okay? All right, here we go. I am going to just plug in my phone just to make sure we don't, just to make sure we don't run out of power here, okay? All right, here we go. All right, now, what I'm going to do is try to do some lettering a little bit differently today. So, I am going to do the word art, okay? So, we're going to have a space here for the R. And then I'm going to have a little bit of space over here for the T. And way over here, I'm going to do the A. And I'm going to do kind of like block letters, okay? You can do your name. You can do anything you want. All right, so here we go. We're going to draw like we are drawing in a 1-point perspective drawing. Just taking it one step at a time here. We're going to do a horizontal for this middle part of the A. That's going to be the A. I'm kind of going to do the same kind of block letter style for all these. So I'm going to go across here like this. So my letters look about the same. Basically what I'm doing right now is a 1-point perspective drawing. For now. This will be the R. Got a little piece of tape that was getting in the way of my ruler. Again, I have my drawing taped down. You probably want to have your drawing not taped down so you can move it around and turn it sideways. So it's a lot easier for you to do your ruler work, okay? I try to keep mine taped down so it's easier for everybody to understand. All right, now I'm going to have that. This one's going to be at an angle, so let's get that right. It's going to be my R, and then I'm going to do my T. And it's going to look like these letters are kind of fading back towards the vanishing point, okay? And we're going to do something a little bit different today with our horizon line. All right, now I'm going to just use my marker today, and I'm going to get in here. And again, these lines are tough to draw like this straight, so you might want to be turning your page when you do this. Okay, so you got, make it a lot easier for you to do your work. And I'm going to just copy this line right here, so I have a little space between my R and my A. There's the A. Here's my R. And I'm just darkening this stuff all up. A lot of people were asking me, my students out there, my research lab students were asking me, should I be coloring these in? Well, for now, let's just work on the shading with just the pencil in it. That'll be plenty of work for you to do. Now, if you want for your sketchbook to do a perspective drawing with colored, you go right ahead, okay? Okay, so here we have it. Now, that is nothing new that we haven't done before. That's basically like a one-point perspective drawing of the letters. Imagine like back when we were doing 1 point, if there was letters written on the street, flat on the ground, that's what they would look like fading away to the vanishing point. But what I'm going to do now is get this other vanishing point down here at the bottom involved. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these letters look 3D. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop lines, just like I was doing boxes, down to this vanishing point. Basically, all we've done is kind of turn the whole drawing sideways, okay? And so usually we have the vanishing points over here, but now we got them up here. It's just kind of a cool effect, something fun to try. All right, so just like back in the old days, when we were doing 1 point, I'm going to start with the ones in the center, and then it just makes it easier to work your way out so you don't have a lot of erasing and overlapping to do. So I'm going to start with this one here, and just keep working my way out to all the corners, across the bottom of this row. Let me get those done first. I'm going to work my way out this way. Notice I put my pencil on the vanishing point. It helps me just move my ruler into position. Saves me a little bit of time. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Now we get into these other lines. Remember, if you're drawing a line and it overlaps another line or crisscrosses another line or runs into another line, that's where it stops. You don't want to continue it. Now, it looks like this one now does go all the way through without intersecting anything. I'm not going to do anything here because it cuts through the front of the A. This part of the A I could do. But right there, it stops there. It does not continue anywhere else because the rest of it's hiding behind the front of the A. The rest of it's hiding behind the sides of the A all the way down and through. I'm going to take away this work here. Those little lines that help me set up the letters when I first started. All those little guidelines can help. Okay, but now I'm done with them, so now I'm going to take them away. Okay, so it's important that we know our overlapping. And again, this is advanced level stuff, so you should have a pretty good sense of when a line stops or when to not draw it or something, okay? All right, so the R, it looks like I could just barely get that line in there. Looks like I've got this corner of this R here. Don't have to worry about this or this or this because they all drop back behind the face or the top side of that R. Okay, I'm gonna do this corner though, here. And again, that stops there and does not continue. I didn't do that corner because those are behind. Don't have to do that because that goes behind there. The T now, right there. It stops at that where it catches the R, just a little bit of the T here, a little bit of the T here, and a little bit of the T right here. Don't have to do that corner. Don't have to do that corner because it's covered up by the front of the letter. I did this corner here. Looks like I've got just about everything I need, okay? All right, so maybe you don't want it to go all the way to the vanishing point, all right? That's fine. You could do that too, and it's just like when we were doing boxes. Try to pick a spot where all the letters are going to end, though. So I'm going to draw kind of a guideline right here, and that's where my letters are going to end. So this horizontal, I have that horizontal. This horizontal, it's here. The R, it's here. The other part of the R is here, and the horizontal for the T is there. That's easy. But just remember, just like when we're doing boxes, we are going to copy this. And that's a perspective line, okay? So I am going to make my line here go to the vanishing point. Okay, and that's a little new, okay? This is horizontal across here. I don't do anything here because this is cutting in front of the letter. So that's where that ends and that's where that begins, okay? Here is perspective. How do I know that? Because this is perspective, okay? So then the R is here, that is there, horizontal. Then just a sliver of a perspective. Now this R is just a diagonal line that I drew. So I want to copy that. And it should line up the top of that perspective line, and that should line up pretty close. So those are parallel. That horizontal. And then we want a perspective line here for that T. This is part of the T way back in here. And the rest of that's hiding back behind the, all this part of the T is back behind the lettering here. All right, so I'm gonna get in there with my eraser now. I'm gonna take away all this up to that line that I made. The vanishing point is still there, okay? It's still there. Even if you erase it, you know, all those lines are still going to that imaginary place. Take away this a little bit, clean this up a little bit. And let's see if I get a smaller eraser. I'm gonna get in there and I am gonna clean this up now. So that goes away. This all goes away. And that line goes away. Okay? Because the bottom of this letter is just like in here. So this goes up and over. Up and over. Okay? This is the flat part of the R. This is the diagonal part of the R. That's the front of the T. All right, I'm gonna redraw everything with my marker so it really comes alive here. Nice and carefully, I'm gonna fill these lines in. Do all my perspective lines first. So again, the corner line now, that horizon becomes our corner line. So the letters go that way and now. And once we cross the corner, they go the other way. Here's the other perspective lines here. Okay. So those are the perspective lines in here. And there you have it. All right. Another way to look at this, I guess, would be if I took my drawing and turned it. Here's my two lines. Okay. So go this way, just like we've been doing, this way and this way. All I did was just turn everything so I could do this kind of this effect with the type. All right. Now, as always, if I was going to shade, I would want to have these lines copy, kind of these perspective lines. This is flat. This is flat. This is flat. See, for you out there, it's so much easier. If you take your paper and if you're comfortable shading this way, you shade it this way. See how much easier this becomes? Work on your drawing sideways or whatever. So I turn my page. This will make it easier for me to do all those shading lines. I like to just shade up and down. It's very hard to go crisscross like that. If I do this, if I So go ahead and do that. It doesn't matter if you're working your drawing sideways or upside down or whatever. A lot of artists have special easels. They can spin their artwork on the easel so they can work on it sideways or upside down. Okay, you can do that right at your table just by turning your drawing. All right, up in here, make this a little darker because there's no light in there. And I see a spot that I missed. Top of that A, I missed that corner. I gotta line that up to my vanishing point. Just a little piece of the A right there. Okay, but I forgot that, just like I did the T. All right. This is really starting to look nice. In here, there wouldn't be a lot of light. I'm gonna shade that. Okay. Now, look at this. I'm working on my drawing upside down. I'm copying that line there. Just by doing the shading with your pencil, you can get a lot of tones, okay? You should have about 9 or 10 different tones of color, okay? That's that little sliver of that side of the R. I'm gonna shade this across. Across there too. Across there. Trying to make that look the underside of the T nice and flat. Have some shading in here for this part of the T. And I'm gonna darken up this. These a little darker. And I think you get the idea here, okay? Start to look really nice. Again, this is an advanced level though, okay? I've got about, I think there's 5 other videos that you should look at before you attempt something like this, okay? And this is 2 point, okay? 2 vanishing points. Start with 1 point, learn the basics using 1 point. For my students out there, your 1 point drawing was due Friday before you get into 2 point, all right? And there you have it. Looks like I got a little bit up in here. I want to darken that up. There you have a 2 point perspective lettering, okay? And I could add some other stuff too. If you do that though, remember, you're only using these vanishing points. I saw some student projects that had a lot of vanishing, 3 or 4 vanishing points, and every shape was going to a new set of vanishing points. No way, okay? If you do that, if you do want to add something, you want to use that same setup, okay? And you can do that, all right? Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Keep safe out there. Bye.